This was CCL Adrenaline episode 14 back on October 3rd. This was the first time that Lara Croft and Samus met in the ring 101. Samus applying the STF submission on Lara Croft. This was a pretty exciting opening contest to open the first Adrenaline of the fall season. Samus with the Samus faction on Lara Croft, but Lara tried to sneak out the back door with a victory here, but not able to, as Samus was able to kick out. But Lara would eventually get the victory with the Aztec suplex, and that will continue Samus's long losing streak here in the CAW Champions League. Now, at this point, Samus had not won a match since March, since the March Madness tournament. And the frustration boiled over on episode 16 on October 30th after Wonder Woman beat Lara Croft to qualify for the #1 contenders match on the next show. Samus took her frustrations out on Lara Croft, saying she deserved more attention because she was the UWO Women's Champion. Her attitude had changed since joining the Super Smash Bros. Over at UWO. And needless to say, the fans didn't take well to Samus, and neither did Lara Croft, as you can see here. Lara Croft came back in and proceeded to stump the proverbial mud hole in Samus, etc., etc. So, this issue between two video game vixens, two video game icons, it is boiled over to say the least, but Lara getting the last word, at least on that night on episode 16. But on the next show, a month later, Samus will jump Lara from behind in an interview right after Lara accepted Samus' challenge to a match at CCL Killer Instinct. I got a feeling these two video game vixens are about to tear each other apart.
Lara Croft making her way to the ring. We were talking earlier tonight, and these two video game vixens, they're always at the top of the list of the sexiest video game vixens, of your favorite video game vixens, whatever. But who's at the top always? Lara Croft. And I believe Samus, she may be jealous of this. Coming into this match, Lara Croft is definitely the fan favorite. Samus is still a fan favorite, but not as much as Lara Croft. But in my opinion, this is a video game nerd's wet dream right now.
That's game myself? Absolutely.
Myself, I personally think that Samus is 100 times sexier than Lara Croft, 100 times better in the ring, and she can actually prove it. She has a title. She has had a title around her waist. Lara Croft has 5 bottom line here. And Samus, I personally think the winner of this will be propelled in the women's division. This has been a big feud here in CCL in the women's division for quite some time.
Samus is still looking for her quote signature victory in the CAW Champions League. As you mentioned, Samus is the current UWO Women's Champion. She won it under controversial circumstances, to say the least, but nonetheless, she is the champ. And yes, you're absolutely right. Though Samus' attitude has changed, a lot of fans still love her. And if you've seen her in the ring, you'll see why.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Lara Croft is one of the most athletic, I guess we'll call them divas or female wrestlers in CCL. But Samus has gotten this new mean streak, this new streak, I'll do anything to win.
Yeah, there's been an edge to her in the last few months.
And Lara Croft doesn't respond.
Oh, Samus! Well, somersault senton landed right on Lara's back.
Samus showing her athletic skills as well. Both of these girls, either one could come out of here. And this could be that one signature victory, as Eddie said.
But what would you expect? Samus has been, over in UWO, has been handing out with the Super Smash Bros. That consists of Link, Donkey Kong, and Captain Falcon. For the most, opportunistic, the attitude changing of all three of them, not just Samus. All three of them were probably the most lovable video game characters. Now, assholes. What would you expect less from Samus? It's sort of like it rubs off.
If you ever played Metroid Prime, you know that Samus is supposed to be a hero. But in the last week she's become, or not last week, in the last few months she's become an anti-hero. And Lara Croft may be the antidote to the poison that is Samus. But we're going to have to see that here tonight. With that suplex there by Lara Croft, now she's mounting Samus.
And she is beating Samus' brains in.
Okay, sorry.
Samus pushing off Lara Croft and responds with a Hurricane Rana.
Sorry about that. Is now got a submission hold, and notice how the ignore button on her.
Samus not even so much as listening to the referee. Mind you, there are no disqualifications and no countouts. She can hold that submission in as long as she wants, covered by Lara.
This is the same stipulations as the first match, but there is a knockout rule because this is the Divas match, and we don't want their pretty faces.
All non-title matches are specified to have a knockout rule in the CAW Champions League. Both male and female. Samus now with the cover and Lara kicks out.
Only a 1 count though. Samus going for an Irish whip, but Croft able to reverse it. Croft with the scoop slam. That should have been a 3 right there.
I thought so too.
That referee was definitely late on the count. What's she gonna do? That's the kind of refereeing we have in Cole. Oh my God! Big kick to the face.
Hey.
And it seems like these women, it doesn't really seem like they want to get the win. It just seems like they want to beat the hell out of each other. And here's a shining wizard. Folks,
I
don't know if you've ever been hit in the back of the head. Oh, but Samus going for a cover here. 1, 2, no, able to kick out of 2. But as I was saying, I don't know if you've ever been hit in the back of the head. Just put your hand on the back of your head and apply a little bit of pressure at the base of your skull and at your neck. Now imagine a foot coming in and hitting you in the back of the head. It's almost an instant headache. You gotta fight the rest of this match with that headache. It's almost
look at
instant concussion call.
Samus able to get out of the way.
Croft would go for a leg drop, but Samus able to roll out of the way. Oh no!
Side kick by the bounty by the
even missed.
I think it kind of hit the back, maybe a little bit, maybe got about.
Now going for that shining wizard again. Oh my word!
And we're lucky that Croft has a ponytail, or else that would have hit her directly in the back of the head.
I think it still hit her directly in the back of the head.
Well, maybe.
Samus basically working on that head. See all his kicks.
There's another one, drop kick.
That's just a dirty joke waiting to happen, Extreme Dave. 1, 2.
And with that, we move on.
I tried to control myself. Oh no, there's a Samus flick! Yeah, I wasn't gonna get that.
Samus, we talked about Lara Croft's athleticism, or at least I did. But Samus is showing hers here too, especially with that neck breaker. She needs to go for a pin, and she does.
And she's going for a pin, and she's going for the just like in her match with Wonder Woman at UWO Madness.
It was actually the last episode of Flash's match.
Sorry for getting it wrong.
Sorry.
It was one of those things. I was thinking like
Shut up! Like crap.
Scissor! Sorry.
That is dirty. We have children. That's it.
I'm sorry.
See, when you get in the figure four, not only is the knees, but the pressure on your lower back.
Sorry, they're gonna rescue me again. This is why I'm commentating Eagles matches. I just cannot help myself.
Wait a minute now. Samus, again.
Oh, Samus only gets it 2. Samus has to start getting frustrated. For the majority of this match, she has been dominating. And Croft has not been able to respond. Maybe this will get her over.
Oh, DDT!
Swung out DDT, that gives her more momentum. That means that your head is going to be even more compressed on your neck.
There's a knee right to the face. I think head trauma might be the name of the game here.
2! Oh, only 1 3/4 maybe?
Yeah, I'm going to call it 2. Samus will counter. Oh, roundhouse
Big kick to the face. Oh, come on.
Probably should spend less time more dancing and...
I mean, I don't mind looking at her doing that, but she needs to concentrate on this match right now. Maybe she can do that later for me at my hotel room.
And we're now lost.
Senton!
Come on, Lara. 2.
Oh, only a 2 count by Croft.
Now Lara. Oh, foot right to the face.
Croft, what is she gonna go for here?
Oh
my God! Shooting star press. Now Croft is upset.
And now Lara looking to inflict some pain. Bounty
matchup.
Under a bounty on his crime here.
There are no countouts in this matchup, folks, so this could go on for hours. It all pulls her back into a Hurricane Rana.
And the way these two have been getting at each other over the last couple of months, I'm sure they could go for a spinning neck break on the outside. I'm sure. I know that looks like that to you, but that's war. That's exposed war. And now Lara.
Aztec suplex by Lara Croft. Will she be able to hit it?
Just what we did last time.
Aztec suplex on the head.
Samus may be out. Look at her limp body. Look at that limp body. Count 2. No. Samus able to get her shoulder up by 2. Can you believe that?
We're gonna get like sued by some women's company at the end of this.
Neckbreaker there by Croft on Samus.
Samus will right to the eye.
Pulled over the back.
Pull back in.
Arm drag.
By Samus. Good thing that's not the arm drag of death.
Scott, you mentioned that Lara Croft very athletic. Oh wait a minute. What's Lara doing? Oh!
Just show it right there with a kick to the woman region. Said if that was a man, she wouldn't be a man any longer. And again, that big 4-leg. Damn it. Needs to roll her over. That'll apply the pressure to Croft's back, knees, and a little bit of
reverse. And look at this, like she's doing that. Reverse Indian deathlock, and
that would be a figure 4-leg lock.
That was clutching her abdomen, so the damage might have been done.
Oh, did you hear that scream? I wouldn't mind hearing that later tonight. And, swinging neck breaker by Croft.